Joining me now to react, Southwest Airlines Flight Attendants Union President Lynn Montgomery. Lynn, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight to walk us through exactly what happened here, because it sounds like many airlines were obviously struggling, but they were able to overcome it due to the demand for holiday travel and some of the weather as well. So explain to me, in your view, what happened here at Southwest.
So this is a classic example of what some of us have been predicting for some time, especially the union leaders, myself and the pilots union, that the IT infrastructure is not up to par to handle the operation that we actually utilize these days. And this is the end result of the failure of archaic systems and archaic methodologies of notifying and reassigning crew members.
And what do you attribute it to? Because one of the first things that comes to my mind is the fact that Southwest has a reputation for being a low-cost carrier. Is the failure to update these systems and the technology as a result of that, do you think? I mean, are the other airlines more expensive but more competitive in this way?
You know, we're a billion-dollar company. We make $1 billion of profits. I don't think at this point there are any excuses other than the fact that the executives of Southwest Airlines need to set a better priority to this and maybe consider not having as much product on the shelf, maybe not running the operation as hot, not the flights as full, so that we can recover from those inclement weather situations that occur, because right now we can't.
Yeah, and one of the first things that came to my mind when I was hearing about this and reading about it is obviously we've been dealing with a labor shortage when it comes to flight crews and staff, and that's been an issue, you know, for a long time now. We even saw that impact flights this summer. But having said that, that doesn't seem to be the case here, because as Lydia is reporting, when you've got crew members that are displaced, they're willing to work, but they can't actually get assigned properly or get to the right place. You realize that you've got a logistical problem.
Absolutely. You have it absolutely right. The flight attendants were ready and willing to work. This was not a staffing issue at all. This is a systems issue. This is an issue that only the executives of Southwest Airlines can cure and fix by choosing to invest in the appropriate systems, and perhaps also making sure that they proactively cancel more flights that would be in the line of affected cities with inclement weather, to make sure that you can operate in places where weather isn't going to affect you. The way that it happened this time, it's affected the entire nation, not just during the storm, but now days afterwards. And frankly, I'm not quite sure when we are going to crawl out of this.
Well, and that's the thing, days afterwards. It appears that some people's flights will be canceled for roughly a week. Now, I had a lot of friends and family who were traveling this weekend who said my flight, was delayed 5 hours, 7 hours, but eventually I got rebooked, or I spent the night somewhere I didn't, necessarily want to, and the next morning I got on the first flight. That is not happening here. There is a huge lag to try to solve this problem, and obviously investing in technology and infrastructure isn't going to happen overnight to solve this particular issue, but the company can't seem to get out of this.
Yes, they have reduced their schedule, as you said, by 1/3. So that's hopefully where they are hoping to reset the domino effect, I call it. We're like a bunch of dominoes. You just set a domino down and something happens and they all just fall. So they're attempting to reset that. I do think, though, that it's time that the executives of Southwest Airlines are held accountable. I, in fact, had a meeting today with Secretary Buttigieg and was very happy to hear him understand the issues that we're facing and take a vested interest in making sure that Southwest Airlines is not going to treat its employees or its customers like this again.
So I wanted to ask about that, the response from management and this incident, and your calls for a more orderly system, that the employees deserve that, not only the employees, but the passengers and patrons of the airline as well. Any response from management regarding a plan? I would imagine under catastrophic circumstances like this, they would want to come out and act at least like they're ahead of it and they're working on something.
Well, they have come out and said some things to the employees, a lot of apologies, but you have to remember this isn't the first time this has happened. Since 2016, we've had major catastrophes that have occurred due to the technology and due to operating during inclement weather. And flight attendants name them. We call them Technado, we call it Snowmageddon. And it just is time for the executives to show us an action plan, how they are going to intensify their IT infrastructure, when they're going to have the appropriate go live date, and tell us what that is, and make sure that they are also listening to us as labor leaders, because we know, because I'm a flight attendant myself, we know the tools that we need to improve, and we have suggested that.
Okay, Lynn, we're going to follow this story, and we are going to follow up with you as well and see if, in fact, the management does proceed forward with some sort of plan to fix this. But great to have you on tonight to break it down, because people didn't really understand exactly what happened here. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.